Good morning, Jay Fitzgerald here. Hey, I did a body lift, 1-inch body lift, replacing my body mounts a little while ago. Couldn't get the radiator mounts in. The instructions say remove old, put in new. You know, that doesn't work that way. So I thought I would try and do it today and maybe share my experience with radiator mounts, 1-inch body lift. I did replace the body mounts, put in the 1-inch lift kit. That's what I got in here. These guys all look pretty good. Done a little bit of work on it since then. When you get to the front, it's got this radiator mount. And there's a screw bolt right up on the bottom. 1/4 inch. And you can't get it out because of the angle. So what they tell me is that I've got to loosen up all of the mounts. And then so loosen up 2 in the back, the 2 over the fuel tank, and then I'm going to take the bolts out of these 3 here, and the bolt out of the one in the front, and then I can pick that whole body up and then slide it this way, and then I can get at this bolt, and then I got to push the whole body that way, and I can get at the radiator mount on the other side. At the same time, I did the 1-inch lift. I also put on the rocker. And what it said would do that is to cut out 3/8 of an inch off of this bushing. And I said, no way. I'm just gonna raise the other ones up 3/16. So I just made a block and I put a 3/16 piece in there. So this is a 1 3/16 body lift on a 94 YJ. Alrighty, so I pulled out the 3 bolts on this side and the ones up front and in the back. So we're good for the next day. Let's jack it up. Alrighty, so we jacked it up a little bit and barely like 1 3/4 right now. It's a pretty tiny hole and it's offset enough that I really can't quite get in there, get up into that hole just yet. It's just a bit of an angle. It's too much angle. All right, we'll try jacking it up a little more. Alrighty, I got it about 2 inches up now. Now the question is, how do I slide it this way? So what I'm doing is I put in a ratchet strap right along the edge here. And as I ratchet it over, I'm moving the body over and see if that helps me with my alignment. So we're looking much better. So I'm going to spray some lube in there, see if I can get something to move. So I pulled out the passenger side directional signal. The bolt that we want is right back in there. And I always didn't know if you could see it or not. That's it right down there. Luckily this is a SoCal car and it is really clean, but at least I can see it. And another surprise, this is not a hex up in there. The hex is what they give you to replace it with, but it is a T30 Torx. Sliding that up in there, grab hold of it, and again, thank you, Jesus, it's a SoCal Jeep. It just spins right out. So we're gonna drop that right out of there. Just like that. Come on. All right. There you go. Just like that. Super. Well, for most of you guys, you'd be done at this point. You just slip the bolt back in there and set it in. But because I did the 3/16 lift, I've got to fab up a piece. So I'm going to take a piece of this 3/16, mark out around my piece here. I'm going to zip this off, drill the hole for the center, and that will give me my 3/16 extra thickness that I need in order to balance out the rest of the Jeep lift. Alrighty, so I took my piece of 3/16, cut it out, shaped it up. There you go. So now it fits there. And then we're gonna slide it up in here and see what it looks like. Okay, now we got it in there. You can see our shim. This lines up, and you can see at this point how far offset we are. So when we center this back up, it should line up okay. And we can see we're still, you know, 3/4 of an inch high. So it will come down and set on it pretty good. Let's try the other side. And there we go. So we're all done. We're back where we belong. See, there's a little bit of squish in that. It sits on the frame okay. And on the other side, we sit on the frame okay. Yep, can't even see it. There you go. So we're resting square on the frame both sides. And we're good. So there we go. At the end of a good day, we got the radiator mounts back in, go around, tighten up the rest of the bushings, do it nice and easy, make sure everything's straight and square. I had to loosen up a little bit, move things around to get the last couple to tighten up where they belong. But now we're all done. The radiator mounts, a little bit more than just remove and replace. Hope this was some help. Happy wheeling.